playing clubs. I think it was just I felt overwhelmed, you know, by the quantity of work and by, you know, and then John left. Um, it was just like everything was just kind of spiraling, and I felt like I couldn't. I felt overwhelmed and couldn't deal with the quantity of stuff. I just wanted to go and hide in the woods and go to sleep.
I remember
I'm sure
when
it
I was reading.
happens.
Oh, sorry, go ahead, John. Yeah, go. No, please.
Oh, I'm just saying. I'm sure it happens in all kinds of professions. You strive for something, and then you achieve that thing, and you realize I'm still the same. Nothing's changed. You know, like I still have to live with myself. Like it's almost this big disappointment that happens because you realize like I you think it's going to solve all your problems, and then you realize, okay, nothing solves those problems except somehow if I can go deep in myself or something. I really have to. I don't know. It just comes as a shock to realize that achieving your dreams doesn't actually make you a more happy person or a more content person. And
is that what blew your mind, John? Like when you left the band, you were like, "Oh shit, this isn't solving any of my problems. I've got some issues here." And I thought that being famous and having some huge success would solve everything. And then you go, "Oh shit."
No, I think I didn't have a lot of illusions about success in that way. Like that was an aspect of the feeling for sure, was and a kind of a defensiveness of I'm allowed to feel like shit. Everybody's telling me I'm supposed to be happy, but
I would think, well, I wasn't, I was just thinking that maybe you quit because success wasn't everything you dreamed it was. That's why I thought you quit maybe the first time. I don't know.
that's an aspect of it. But I also admired a lot of people growing up who would tell me this same message, in interviews and stuff. I didn't, in a lot of ways, I was ready for it not to be the be all end all fixer of life's problems, but nevertheless, it feels like you're going against the grain when you are miserable, and you've suddenly hit it big. It's hard to live in a world where people are congratulating you and you feel impervious to any of the positivity that you're getting from other people.
Wow. I hear you.
It feels really bad. Like when somebody asks for your autograph and somehow it feels like an insult rather than a compliment.
Right.
Just you're experiencing everything in this way that's apparently backwards, and it makes you feel very alienated. Instead of feeling like, oh, the world's embracing me now, you feel like somehow the world is just humiliating you all the time.
And that's a weird thing. You're in trouble because you're going, well, people are telling me nice things, and I'm angry with them about it for some reason. You can't.
Yeah, you can't explain it to anybody. There's very few people who will understand what you're going through at all. You would almost, by talking to people about it, I used to get myself even more confused because I couldn't get 1 ounce of understanding from any of my friends about it, other than maybe Flea, who was also unhappy.
You know what, Flea?
I feel when I read your
but Flea, when I read your book, I related to it because of your anxiety. I suffer from OCD, and it sounds to me like you do because I have magical thinking sometimes. I think if, like you described in your book, if I put a book down on the bed, I was afraid the thoughts of the book would leak onto the bed, and I have all that shit. If I don't put my glasses down on my night table the right way, it means my career's over. All this weird shit that I can't explain. But it's a general nervousness that I wish could leave my life. But I have anxiety all the time. It is remarkable. And when you tell it to people, they think you're crazy. But you're not crazy. You know it's ridiculous. But you still can't help it.
Yeah, it waxes and wanes for me. I've gotten a lot of help now from my wife, who really helps me with that stuff. Like, I can just tell her, like, I'm insane. If I don't move the soap 3 times before I wash my hands, before I go to the thing, like, something terrible is going to happen to me. And I think it's a way of dealing with really traumatic things that happened when you're young. and
Yep.
you get really hurt, and so you're always like subconsciously looking for a way to avoid this like blinding pain. And I've gone through different times in my life where I'm okay with it, and there's times where I'm absolutely terrified to wake up in the morning. And
Has it
that's
ever
difficult.
affected you? Has it ever affected you when you're recording with the band? Like there's a voice or you're on stage, and the voice in your head says, "Hey man, move to the left 3 steps, because if you don't, the band's gonna fucking fall apart, and we're gonna break up and go away, or something bad's gonna happen to a member of your family, or something like that."
There's times when maybe a little bit like I'll play games like I have to breathe this much or do this much, like that neurotic shit. But the thing about the band, and kind of to what John was talking about earlier, about like to make it work, you have to be, your life depends on doing it well. It's kind of the time with the band where everything else disappears and all that
Right.
matters is being there with your guys and rocking out.
Well, yeah. There are times you override all that shit because you know it's too important. So let's celebrate, guys. I mean, I'm anxious to hear you guys play. I'm excited that you're going to play, and we're going to go back now. Let's go back to that album, Blood, Sugar, Sex, Magic. That I think like everyone in the world became aware of the Red Hot Chili Peppers, and we knew Red Hot Chili Peppers were happening, and we had hits like. And then we had this. I could have lied. Anthony, is that true? That was about Sinead O'Connor, a relationship you had with her, that you wrote that? Or do I have that wrong? Set the record
I would
straight.
say you have that more right than wrong, but if you ask her, she would
Yeah.
say that you have that wrong. But
Oh,
from whatever facet of my experience, it was inspired by her, but
Right.
it was also inspired by John, because John was the one who answered the phone on a rainy night and said, "Come over to my house, we'll figure that song out."
right. And the Under the Bridge, the one you're going to perform now, this is such a beautiful song, but it comes from a very painful place. And as you said, Rick Rubin was the one who said, "What's that on the back of your journal? There's a couple of words there. Let me see what that is." And then it turned into this song. And it was a difficult song to write because it was so emotional. And also, didn't the band do how many arrangements of this thing until you got it right?
I don't remember fussing with the arrangement too much. Yeah, I mean, the song probably began 10 years before it was written,
Right.
and some sort of experience incarnation. But I feel like once that we got writing it, it worked itself out pretty quick.
And do I have it right that the band had no idea how to end Under the Bridge? So John called his mom for help, and his mom's friends from church ended up from a church choir sang that sort of angelic choir on the record. Is that a true story?
Half true. I think we knew how to end it, but we needed John's mom and her church choir to end it. But
Right.
we had the idea for the choral ending. Yeah.
Yeah, it just seemed like she was the right person to do it. Yeah.
Right.
All of a sudden,
Oh, here
I
we
couldn't
go.
hear John talk. I don't know why.
Because it's a different mic.
Yeah.
But
All right.
you sing.
We ready to do this? We're going to go back in time now. Under the Bridge and the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Doing it live.
Sometimes I feel like I don't have a partner. Sometimes I feel like my only friend is the city I live in, the city of angels. Lonely as I cry. I drive on the streets 'cause she's my companion. I walk through a hill 'cause she knows who I am. She sees my good deeds and she kisses me when I never worry, now that is a lie. I don't ever wanna feel like I did that day. Take me to the place I love, take me all the way. I don't ever wanna feel like I did that day. Take me to the place I love, take me all the way, yeah, yeah, yeah. It's hard to believe that there's nobody out there. Hard to believe that I'm all alone. At least I have her love, the steady she love me. Lonely as I am, together we cry. I don't ever wanna feel like I did that day. Take me to the place I love, take me all the way. I don't ever wanna feel like I did that day. Take me to the place I love, take me all the way, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, feel no, yeah, yeah. Love, feel no, yeah,
Damn, that's good. Oh, man, that's good. Flea, do you still play the guitar every day? Do you practice every day, or are you beyond that?
I don't play guitar very much ever, but the bass guitar I do practice quite frequently. Yeah.
You do. You'll go in a room.
I go through phases, but lately I've been playing a lot just because the band's being active, playing right now, and I want to be on top of my game. And you know what?
Could you do me a favor, Flea? Could you go pee for me real quick?
What?
Could you go pee for me real quick? Thank you. I appreciate it.
Do you have to go pee, Anthony?
No, I just need Flea to pee for me. Just I'll experience the relief. He'll urinate. I'll feel relieved.
Yeah. What about you, John? You play guitar every day?
Not every single day, but quite a bit. Yeah. Sometimes you need a day off. Sometimes it's good to let just like with that, any kind of exercise, it's good to take a day off.
Yeah. And you know, and then the band goes on from there. Let's just remind people of how many hits you guys have. Like, I think Californication. And they keep on coming.
How long will I slide? Separate my
How about this one?
got tissue that I wish you saw. Sarcastic Mr. Know-It-All. Close your eyes and I'll kiss you, 'cause with the birds I'll share.
There you go.
Standing in line to see the show tonight, and there's a light on, heavy glow. By the way, California, rest in peace. Simultaneous release. California.
Jeez, what a resume. Now, do I have it right? You guys recently sold your catalog. I bet that was a big decision, right? Because songwriters always say our catalog, those are like our children. Our songs are like our children. We're really worried about how people use them. How big a decision was that for you guys to actually sell the catalog?
Yeah, we sold the publishing. We didn't sell our masters, and we also, for the rest of our lives, we still make those same decisions. It's if somebody wants to sample our music, or if somebody wants to put our music in a movie or a TV show, that's still our decision. And a lot of those kind of deals, people don't have that right anymore, but we retained that right.
Oh, that's
So
good.
they're still ours, you know. Like, and in a spiritual sense, they're still ours.
Yeah, no,
Just don't get
that's
paid
great
for
that
them
you.
anymore.
Yeah, you get paid and you get to maintain the control of those songs.
No, I'm saying we don't get paid for them anymore.
Oh, that's it. Well, you got paid one big kind of lump sum. Oh, yeah, right. You don't. It's confusing. Anyway, let's talk new album. Boys, here we go again. Now, you guys going to tour around this album too, right? Do a stadium tour, no less. Don't we have that coming up? John, you've said in the past that the stadium tour freaks you out. Doesn't make you all that comfortable. Have you gotten past that? You did. You were
That was me.
one of the Anthony, John said it. He did.
I said that recently?
A long time ago.
It was never. Oh, no. We toured stadiums in Europe all through the Stadium Arcadium tour, and maybe even earlier than that, and I was comfortable with it at
You were?
that time. Yeah, I'm not sure what the context was, but I mean, I was freaked out when we started playing theaters. When we moved from clubs to theaters, that bothered me. And when we moved to arenas, that also bothered me. I preferred that close-up, intimate feeling that we had developed with audiences in clubs. But the move to stadiums I recall being quite comfortable with it, yeah.
Yeah, maybe that's what I'm referring to when you talked about going from clubs to theaters to arenas. It was like a really freaky thing. And I get that because, it's a whole different way of relating to an audience. It's some sort of vague audience, big audience. It's
we
intimidating.
adapted. Yeah, we adapted to it. And I noticed our music also changed in accordance with it. Like our music became the appropriate music to play in an arena after a while. There was a point we played a small club right before we toured for Stadium Arcadium, and I realized that like our tunes weren't meant to be played in clubs anymore. Like for the most part, we had written tunes that really projected in that way that's necessary at an arena, and it was almost like the music was too big for a club. It was unconscious. We didn't do it consciously, but when you're playing the big places and then you sit down to write a song and you go, okay, what would be a cool song for us to play live? Without thinking about it, you're picturing an arena if that's where you're used to playing. And I think it affected the tunes, you know.
Yeah, you know what's a cool move, too? You know how John's got all this, you got all those foot pedals. If I was a guitar player, I'd have a fucking load of, I love when you're playing and you suddenly hit that pedal, you know? It's a very cool looking thing. I think that's a great way to get chicks. Like hitting those pedals with your feet. Like you're almost not even involved in any, you're busy with these pedals.
He's got a pedal for that. He's got a chick's pedal.
Oh, my God. The girls just watch you going, is that a Boss chorus pedal? Where do you have that frequency set on the left knob?
The way he touches that wah-wah pedal, it just makes me...
Unbelievable.
You see, you guys are making... What do all those pedals do?
Noise.
John, is there any way to demo what those pedals do for us as fans so we can see what it is you're up to?
This is definitely a scaled down version of it.
All right, so let's say you're playing something.
blow-up pedal. Without it, it's... And with it, it's... So
That's nice.
Fuzz tone is a less distorted distortion pedal. And a more distorted distortion pedal.
That's kind of like a Jimi Hendrix distortion pedal, right? Like that kind of gives you that vibe.
I think Jimi Hendrix, it's kind of more if you have all three of them together.
Oh, shit. That's why I love when you guys did Fire at Woodstock. I really did. I thought that was a great cover. I really loved it. And Chad, take me through your drum kit. This seems like a very, very involved drum kit. Am I correct? I mean, there's a lot going on here.
No, not really. Hold on. Do I need this? I got it. Usually I don't talk. Don't talk behind the drums. Just play.
Right.
No, you know, Howard, it's for me, it's, I've been kind of using the same setup for a long time, but I've started to just add little noises over here. And, it's basically, I do my whole thing pretty much with the hi-hat, snare drum, and the kick drum. Those three things.
Yeah.
That's how I've been fooling them for 34 years.
So all that other stuff, it's for show.
Yeah, and you know, you want to have stuff to hit, so I can't really miss, which is always good. Wherever I swing my arm, I'm going to hit something. But you know, drummers just like to have things around and noises, and so I've just kind of added different timbres, and so these are higher pitched and these are lower pitched, and it's just to have more options, musical options. But it's always about the choice, what musical choice you make. And that's the trick. That's the key. So for me, I try to keep it simple. Not always when it's appropriate. You know, you play, like I think this next song, I get to play a lot of notes, which is a lot of fun. But then give it away. It's just a straight funk beat, hard and powerful and dynamic. And, you know, just try to play for the song.
What was the song where you went...
For the song?
Well, what was the song that you? What was the song where you ran out and got pots and pans for the end of the song, where you felt like it would have like added something to the song? You were just literally hitting. Pots and pans.
Well, the three of us, I think, in Blood Sugar, is a song "Breaking the Girl" that has the four of us. I think was it four? The four of us, 30 years ago, man, and we actually had a guy that was helping us and say, go out to the junkyard or go out to the car parts place and bring us back brake drums and just different things, mostly metallic stuff. We were looking to make a metallic racket. And everyone picked a thing and we went for it. Yeah, it was great.
Flea, I noticed while you're waiting to do the next song, you keep moving your fingers. You're constantly, what are you doing there? Are you doing some sort of exercise with your fingers?
Yeah, physical exercises just to keep my fingers warm. It's I need to do that. That's like just the physical aspect of playing the bass. I'm always playing scales just to try to keep my fingers strong and ready.
Yeah, I mean, is that you got to really stay in shape for these tours and for these albums? I mean, you as a musician, it's not like you get to hang out, and you got to keep your body in shape. You got to keep your fingers moving, right? The older you get.
Absolutely, and the younger you get too. I'm the younger. Yeah, I remember once when I was a little kid, I was sitting at a bus stop, and I was like 12 years old, stoned out of my mind, and this old man came up to me and he said, take care of yourself, because remember, when you get really old, you're gonna need it. You're gonna think about this when you get old. Make sure you always take care of yourself now, because you pay later. And I do think about it. That old dude was right.
I'm shocked that you had the kind of life where you could get high at 11 years old. Isn't that when you started?
It's true. Yep.
Yeah, unbelievable. I was like, my parents kept too close an eye on me. I couldn't get high. I couldn't do anything.
Yeah, how did you get stuff? We didn't have any money.
Yeah.
It was just around. I was a kid. It was around. And my parents didn't keep a close eye.
Right. Well, let's talk about the new album, particularly the song you're going to do now. These Are the Ways. Are we excited about doing this, guys? Have you ever performed this anywhere else? These Are the Ways? Or is this the first time you're playing it?
We played it the other night at the Henry Fonda Theater for a live audience, talking about theaters. I like the songs on this record because to me that makes sense in a club, a laundromat, a stadium, on the moon, just about anywhere.
No, it's true. For this album, we weren't playing anywhere before we wrote it, so,
Yeah.
so I think a lot of the songs have a multi-purpose.
Here Ever After works in a club.
Yeah, yeah.
How often have you had to rehearse this? In other words, if you're going to do it on radio like you are now, in other words, you got to get familiar with it again. I mean, you guys got to really go into rehearsal, or is this something you just feel confident that you can pull off?
We're under-rehearsed, slightly.
Under-rehearsed. Is that
A
good?
little bit. No, but it's okay. I mean,
Are you nervous performing this song because you are under-rehearsed?
I would be nervous either way.
You would
Over-rehearsed,
still?
under-rehearsed. I hope so.
You still get nervous before a show when you're going out
I
and
try
doing it?
to. I try to, yes.
Right.
It makes me feel good. The juices are flowing. I care. You know,
Lee, you know how to do this song?
Yeah, a
Are
little
you
bit.
ready to
Little bit.
play it?
Just enough. I know
You
how
got-
it goes, and I feel very ready.
You know, one of the things that drives me crazy about Flea, early on in your career, you played the bass line on Young MC's Bust a Move, which was a huge hit. And I remember reading that you got no money for that. Like you got $200 or something. Isn't that crazy?
$200 and a bag of weed.
That's it?
That's it.
And you're on Alanis Morissette's You Ought to Know, right?
I am.
Geez, what the hell was that like? Did you have any idea when you played bass on that was going to be a big hit album?
No idea at all. I just, usually if someone I know asks me to come play, I come play.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, Anthony, what's this song about? These Are the Ways. I mean, can you give us any background? Can you talk about recording it? What can you tell us about this song so we know something?
I can tell you that John had come into a rehearsal early in the writing process when we were just kind of getting to know each other again in a songwriting kind of a way, and he had this beautiful arrangement that was different, and it almost felt like a classical orchestra because it just kept crescendoing as the song went further. And really all I had to do was fill in some lyrical blanks because John had suggested a lyrical melody. Yeah, and sort of an approach. And all I do is listen. I listen. That my job is to listen to what they're playing and then go drive around in my car and listen some more and wait until some words start falling out of the sky and into their place and then write them down and kind of refine it a little bit. But it felt like planet Earth and the United States of America in general were going through a bit of an upheaval, a redefinition of sorts, and a moment to take a look at ourselves. Their side, I was just like, let's have a look at ourselves right here. This is who we've become, and it's also got a little bit of Who in it. The Who. I feel like we
Channeled the Who.
We channeled the Who a little bit.
Surprise! It became more Who-ish than I came to you guys with.
Uh-huh.
There's a tape somewhere of me. Like playing a zillion parts that all mixed up together, and I picked what were my favorite, 5 ones or whatever. Yeah.
Cool.
So,
Process
John,
of elimination.
John, with this song, you walk in and you haven't worked with the boys in a while, and you play them this kind of idea that you have. And now that you have a finished song on an album, is it exactly kind of what you expected it to sound like, or does it sound completely different than the initial vision in your head?
Oh yeah, no. The beauty of being in a band like this is you bring in an idea, and you're aware that it's only a germ of an idea. You have no idea where it's going to go, and you have no idea what the other members are going to add to it. Like even in the case of where as Anthony said, I had a melody, but what that melody sounds like coming out of his mouth is I couldn't have imagined it, you know, like and the ways that he changes it. And I was always very careful with melodies to just say bop 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 bop, no hint of a syllable. So to hear it when he actually comes in with words, and every word is perfectly appropriate for each note in a way that I could have never done or imagined. And same thing with the drums. Like, I didn't know the drums were going to be like that, you know, like this
Right.
song has amazing drums. Like when I came in, had no idea that that's how the drums were going to turn out, you know? So yeah, you never know what the overall building is going to be. You don't even have a plan like an architect. You just have like it feels like just a fragment of an idea, even if it's a whole song from beginning to end. It's just a guitar part, you know.
So you're
Could be
shocked
anything.
when Anthony walks in with that vocal or those words. You're shocked by it. You're like, oh shit, this is great. I had no idea.
Yeah, it's always a very exciting moment because the band usually has things pretty well in place before he comes in with the full lyrics and everything. Lyrics being one of the hardest, I think, the hardest thing to do for a piece of music. And when he comes in and does it, all of a sudden it feels like, wow, it's a record now, you know. Before that, it still feels like it's an idea, no matter how elaborate our parts are.
Anthony, do you ever feel self-conscious writing the lyrics? Like, do you ever sit there and go, are these guys going to laugh at me? Or are they going to go, oh, shit, this is like the greatest thought ever?
I don't have time to feel self-conscious. That would really slow me down, especially when there's so much music going on to be written to. If I overthought it or got, freaked out by it, I would just fall behind the work.
Right.
So write it and then move on to the next and kind of trust my instincts. And also the music is so suggestive and magnetic for words to begin with that I have that to rely on. I don't feel like it's just me. The music says something, it suggests something, it lures something. But really, I don't have time. I don't have time to overthink it, especially on this one where we had 50 songs to write to. I was like, better move on with the next.
And when you're driving in your car and now you got this idea, the country's fucked up where 50% of the country thinks this way and 50% of the country thinks that way. Maybe we're going over the cliff. Who knows where we're going? What do you physically do? You go, oh, shit, this is great. Do you stop the car and start writing something down? Or do you say, I can remember these? What do you do? What do you physically do?
For one thing, you'll never remember. You have to either almost crash your car and get voice notes on your phone,
right,
or pull over. But I don't trust myself to remember. That's the same thing with waking up in the middle of the night with song ideas, lyrics, melodies, whatever. If you don't write it down, it's gone. Like, you might think, oh, I'll never forget this idea, and then tomorrow you're like, I forgot the idea. So
you got to get this app I have. It's called Brain Toss. Whenever I have a good idea for the radio show, you hit it, and it emails it to you immediately. It is so great. You need this. Brain Toss.
I need it, but I'm app phobic in general.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Got it. You got to write it down.
Password or any kind of. I have some good pads of paper.
Would you ever publish your journals? The stuff where you scribble down. I mean, I've seen people do. They did that with Kurt Cobain, his journals. I bet you've got some interesting shit in there. No?
I'd rather write some new shit.
All right, I got it.
Than publish some old shit. Maybe when I'm dead.
So the new album is out. It is Red Hot Chili Peppers' new album, Unlimited Love, which is what these boys have for you, the audience. This is a song called These Are the Ways.
Make me a fist, Purple Mountain Road that I can't miss. Have we all had enough? Have we all had too much? Lost in a dream. Please step down from your bullet machine. Can we all back it up? Can we all give it up? These are the way when you come from America. The sights, the sounds, the smells. These are the way when you come from America. I just want to die and she's gonna take a care of you. I just want to drive and there's gonna be hysteria. Don't be late. Walk us through the golden gate. Yeah! St. George, singing for their own reward. Take me inside. 23 windows and it's gonna be a long ride. All had enough. Have we all had too much? Sing me the blues. Can't get tied in a basketball shoes. Have we all back it up? Can we all give it up? These are the way when you come from America. The sights, the sounds, the smells. These are the way when you come from America. I don't want to die and she's gonna take good care of you. I just want to drive and there's gonna be hysteria. Don't be late. Walk us through the golden gate. Yeah! St. George, singing for their own reward. What? Yeah! What?
Good Lord. That is some drum part. Holy
Yes,
shit.
it is. Wow.
Fuck. Chad, you okay? What happened?
Some good stage flush, Howard. It's a good sign.
Townsend!
Did you hurt yourself? Did you bleed during that song?
Whoa, that's all good.
It's all good? Oh, my
Pete
God.
Townsend.
That is some... Who needs rehearsal? Fuck rehearsal. We don't need it. You guys sounded great on that. What are you referring to there? Bruce and George singing for their own reward. Bruce and George singing. Okay.
And Bruce Springsteen sang about Born in the USA, but not how people picture it. So I
Right.
was just referring to dudes that sing for the sake of singing and the love of music. Just the experience of having that voice.
Yeah. What a good song. Chad, that
Well,
drum
it was
part's
fun to
fucking...
watch you guys do it too. Wow.
Yeah,
What was that?
Yeah, it's fun watching you guys do it. And Flea, you guys are all in such good shape. Jesus Christ, I got to get in the fucking gym. You know what I mean?
Yeah, can you imagine? I mean, Anthony is just jumping up and down. I'm like, I can't do that.
I know. Chad, did
He's
you
got to
actually
sing,
heard?
too.
Chad, did you actually? I know he's got. You can jump and sing at the same time. I mean, I see these kids today. They can't do it. They can't do it, Anthony. You should start a school for people who want to be in rock and roll. If I see one more, if I see one more punk not moving around during a song, I'm going to be really pissed. What's going on with Chad? Did he actually hurt his hand during that song? I mean, he was fucking wailing. I mean, in the fashion of John Bonham, he was hitting it very hard.
No. It's okay.
He's fine.
It's fine. It's merely a flesh wound.
I really think he hurt himself.
No.
Don't baby him. Don't baby him.
Come on.
I'm worried about him. I don't know. Call me crazy.
No, you're crazy.
Flea, that's a hell of a bass line, too. Look at you with that guitar, man. Let me hear you. Play something just on the guitar. Do the bass just by itself. Just something. Anything that comes to mind. In a sense, you have a weird ability to hit that thing like you're hitting a drum. Am I correct?
You know, for me, music is what John was talking earlier about playing music when he was young. And for me, like the first thing that I was always attracted to in music, and it's probably like this. I love rhythm.
Yeah.
I love the feeling it does good things to my heart.
Flea, let's be real. Are you the best bass player in the world right now? Be honest.
No.
I'm going to say no.
I didn't
my
realize
favorite.
you were voting. I didn't realize
He's
you were
my
voting.
favorite,
All right,
and
so
there
who's
is
the
no
best?
better-
Who's the best
There's
then,
no
Anthony?
best. There's no best. Flea is the
Flea's-
best for singing along with because when he plays his instrument, it makes me want to sing. But there will never be a best. Thank God.
Jesus,
But
I don't know.
I definitely am a huge fan of a guy named Mono Neon and another guy named Thundercat. Those are two guys that I'm in complete awe of what they do.
Yeah, well, I never heard of those guys. I'm in awe of you. That's what I'm in awe of. I got to be in awe of somebody I've seen. Boys, this is a celebration today. I don't know if you realize it, but first of all, my audience was very excited that you guys were going to be here. Secondly, I applaud everything you do. Even your videos have been so innovative over the years. You know, and geez, this band to stay together and to play at this level and to go out there and now putting out new music and the energy and the whole look of the thing, it's great. I also now have an opportunity to thank Flea and Chad for playing on the Private Parts soundtrack to my movie 25 years ago. Did you guys realize that you guys did that? Or had you forgotten about that great moment in your career?
I thought about it this morning when I was making my coffee.
There you go. And Chad, I can see you're totally excited. And I've always admired how silly you guys are in your video. And by that I mean you never took them that seriously. My favorite Red Hot Chili Peppers video was Danny California when you dress up like all the different bands. I thought that was incredibly innovative. Whose concept was that, Anthony?
I would give credit to the Marx Brothers for that particular video. I don't know. Do you remember who came up with that idea?
Tony K.
Was that Tony's idea?
You dressed like about 7 different bands. At one point, you looked like the Beatles early on from the Ed Sullivan era. Then you switched it to the Beach Boys, from what I'm remembering of it. I just remember it was a very innovative idea. Was MTV so important? Well, I guess MTV was very important because Higher Ground broke on MTV, right?
Yeah, we liked the idea of music television back in the day. It was kind of inspiring, the thought of doing little vignettes and whatnot. And we just did it recently. We did a video for These Are the Ways.
Right.
Malia James kind of knocked it out of the park, and
Yeah, that Danny California video, we were in most cases we were doing sort of conglomerations of phases. So like it goes from like a 50s rock and roll band to an early 60s kind of English band to a late 60s psychedelic band to an early 70s funk band to an early 70s glam band to a punk band to Nirvana.
Yeah, we did Nirvana. quite simply, Nirvana.
To ourselves. Yeah.
Yeah, and the hair metal.
I saw it recently, so I remember.
Me
Don't forget
too.
about the hair metal.
I
and
think
the
you
hair
did
metal. We
Poison.
did the hair metal.
It looked like you were doing a sort of a tribute to Poison. Am I correct about that?
Yeah, that's the one I
Yeah.
forgot.
I remember when we did it,
Yes.
I said to John and Chad, I was like, I don't know how to do hair metal. What do they do? Like, I don't know how to act hair metal. And John said, you got to look surprised. Like you're always surprised by something. You look
And
surprised.
point at the camera and say, you.
I will say once we got the spandex and the hair and the makeup, I was like, oh, these boys were having some fun. This actually feels pretty good.
Right. You
it's funny
kind of
'cause-
saw it. Yeah.
I always think like about MTV at the time that it was happening and it blew up. I thought this is so corny and it's like ruining people's imagination. You know, you take this idea you have as a song and you pigeonhole it down to a video, and most of them are terrible. And you know, but now I look back at it, you know, and of course I thought anything successful in mainstream was terrible just by my arrogant nature of thinking I was the underground hero. But I look back on it, and man, I miss it. So cool,
Right.
all these colorful expressions of video. Like, you don't have that anything like that on television anymore that I know of. You have 10 billion channels and none of it.
I loved it. I do miss it. And a lot of the concepts that you guys had, the idea of like sort of, you know, not wearing a lot of clothes, taking your shirts off, that was to say, like, all these bands are into image and they dress a certain way. So we're like, fuck it. We're not even going to put a shirt on. There was a sort of a thought behind that, right? Or were you just showing off your musculature?
No, I think you are correct. It wasn't terribly well thought out, but it was a feeling of rebelling against what we saw. And what we saw
Right.
was overdressing, so we decided to underdress and maybe just not dress at all. But yes, the expression was just to be free and minimalist.
Yeah, well, if I was built like you guys, I'd be free too. But I've got breasts and a belly, so I'm not going to be taking off my shirt anytime soon. Boys, it's a great idea to end this celebration with one of, I think, your greatest songs. So many great ones to choose from, but Give It Away is a real crowd pleaser, right? Is that something you close the show with, or there is no closer? To me,
Last
Give It
song
Away
of the
is
night. Final
It is
song of the
always?
night.
always.
Pretty much. More often.
Why,
than not.
Anthony? Why is Give It Away the final song of the night?
It's just a nice sentiment to leave them with, and also to leave ourselves with. And it's hard
Right.
to follow "Give It Away" with another song.
Is it your favorite song to perform?
That changes every day, but it does not get old. It's a song that has been fun to play 10,000 times without getting too boring.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I can imagine how many times you've played this, and yet it still feels fresh to you. It's such a great song. Any remembrances of Give It Away? I mean, is there anything? The only thing I've ever read about Give It Away is that somebody took a shirt or something and gave it to you, and you were like, "That's so cool." They gave it away. Like it was that simple of a thought. Or am I wrong?
Yeah, I mean, lyrically, I would say that Nina Hagen had something. She impregnated me with this thought of, give your stuff away, you'll feel better. And I was like, really? She's like, yeah, take my leather jacket. I was like, you feel better? She's like, I do. So that idea stuck with me. But really, my memory is of Flea playing that bass line and just knowing the minute I heard it, I was like, oh, that's going to be nice to sing to
Right, right.
at the alleyway.
It got you
And,
excited.
and now when I think about it, I hear those guitar notes coming in, which just still ring true in my heart.
And when you recorded this song, you kind of just freestyled, right? You just give it away, give it away, give it away. You just got into that rhythm, right? It just it emerged that way.
That was in rehearsal. Like, I definitely freestyled in rehearsal, and then we just kept it. We're like, oh, that
Right.
works. But I did sit there on the couch next to the microphone, furiously writing lyrics to the last second before recording because there was verse to fill.
Flea, what about that bass line? How'd you come up with that? It just was it something you struggled with, or it just came to you in a sec?
I usually, for me, many of my most long-lasting musical ideas, anyways, I can't say best or worst, but come from, we're jamming with the band with these three guys, and in the spur of the moment, I just play something because I want to honor them, and I want them to be happy.
and then you say to yourself in the gym, oh, shit, I got to remember that. I hit into something, and I got
communal thing and we all pitch in, then it's kind of like 4 brains to remember it. And yeah, they have good memories, much better than mine.
Did you guys watch that Beatles? Did you watch the Beatles special where they're in the studio? I was blown out by that. Did you guys happen to watch that? Were you curious about their songwriting process?
You watch it?
I have not. I've only watched like the first 40 minutes of it.
And why? Because you got bored?
No. If anything, I felt like it should have been longer form, like it was jumping very quickly from one moment to another. And I know how it is when you're writing songs. Things go slowly oftentimes, but no, it wasn't really because of a criticism or anything. It's just because my life is these band interactions right now every day, and when I relax, I want to watch something completely different,
right.
Not watch another band going through the same thing.
Same. I started watching it, and I was like, God, they're so beautiful. Look at them. But it's like what we do every day, or what we have been doing every day. And I was like, I can't watch someone else do that. Like, no matter.
It's too painful, right, Lee?
Yeah.
It's too painful.
Too painful?
Not painful, just like John. Like I wanted to go watch a Kurosawa movie, of a samurai battle.
Right, I hear you. All right, here it is, boys. Give it away.
What I got, you gotta give it to your mama. What I got, you gotta give it to your papa. What I got, you gotta give it to your daughter. Do a little nothing, then you drink a little water. What I got, you gotta get it, put it in you. What I got, you gotta get it, put it in you. What I got, you gotta get it, put it in you. Feel it with the feeling, don't stop, continue. Realize I don't wanna be a miser. Come by, just allow you be the wiser. Young blood is the living of riser. I come live the side, wanna keep it like the Kaiser. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. I can't tell it from a people nor a love me, say hell yeah. So proud that I rock a little know-how. No time for the piggies or the wolf scout. Getting on, getting down with the power. Never been a better time than right now. Bob Marley, poet and the prophet. Bob Marley, told me how to own it. Bob Marley, walking like a talking. Goodness me, get to see I'm gonna talk it. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Oh yeah. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. I can't tell them, but give it no bumper. Me swimming in my ability, dancing down on life with agility. Come and kick it up from my fertility. Blessed with the bucket of lucky mobility. My lover, could you love me? Long gone are the time when you struck me. Feeling good, my brother gonna hug me. Trigger my juice, young love, sugar love me. There's a rhythm song to be a giver. Keep you warm, won't let you shiver. His heart is I'm never gonna wither. Come on, everybody, time to deliver. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Oh yeah. What I got, you gotta give it to your mama. What I got, you gotta give it to your papa. What I got, you got to give it to your daughter. Do a little nothing and you drink a little water. What I got, you gotta get it, put it in you. What I got, you gotta get it, put it in you. What I got, you gotta get it, put it in you. Feel it with the feeling. feeling don't stop, continue. Realize I don't wanna be a miser. Confide was right, be the wiser. Young blood is a loving upriser. Everybody wanna keep it like the Kaiser. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Give it away, give it away, give it away, Chad. Oh baby, give it away. Now, just give it away. Yeah, no, no, never got my gun. Now this is not to give it away. Wrap it up, y'all. Yeah. Shake it down.
Wow. Wow. Bravo.
Thank you,
Wow.
Howard. Thank
Holy
you, Robin.
mackerel. I mean, first of all, Flea, you got to go on Dancing with the Stars. You would win the fucking golden ball. I'm telling you. How the hell you play the mirror trophy? How the hell you play? John, your guitar work is amazing. The drums, Chad. Flea, it's jumping around and playing. It's fucking so dynamic. When you guys think about your live performance, the stage moves, right? It's really part of the show. And Anthony, I would imagine when you're singing and you see Flea moving like that, it inspires you. It gets you moving, right?
You are
it's
not lying.
incredible.
You were not lying. I saw a reflection to my left, and I thought somebody in the lobby is getting down. Then I realized it was Flea.
It was Flea.
I was watching Flea in the reflection. I was like, all right.
Flea,
Yes, it's inspiring.
Flea, when you see bands where the musicians are standing there like lummoxes, do you say to yourself, these guys can't possibly be into their own music? You get moved by that. You get moved by your own music. It's tremendous.
For me, what other people do, you know, I see a lot of my favorite musicians in the world just stand there. So I don't really think about it like that. It's just for me, like the way I was talking about rhythm before being the thing that I've always related to. It's the same thing with the way my body moves. Like when we're in the studio, if I want to lean back behind a beat for the subtleties of the way playing with these guys, I lay way back. I feel my body leaning back. When I want to move forward, I move forward. Like the way that my body moves dictates the way that I play and improvise in the moment, because it's always a lot of improvisation. So for me, it's just a physical experience, just what it is.
Well, I'll tell you, as a fan, I have never seen a more entertaining band in terms of their physical moves, whether John is hitting his pedals and playing that motherfucking guitar like crazy, and Chad, Chad fucking hits those drums hard. Lee, you're just
He's
fucking
working
amazing.
out back there. Yeah, he's really
working
working hard.
And Anthony, that is a great vocal, man. I mean, I just love the way you fucking hit that. So thank you. Thank you. And let's thank Pat Smear of the Germs, who inspired John to play. Because if there was no Pat Smear, maybe John never would have picked up a guitar. Let's say that right now. Let's
thank Pat. Let's thank the Germs.
Let's thank the Germs. Because, John, you wouldn't have picked up that guitar without that guy, right?
It's quite possible that he was the main reason. This specifically their first. I think it's their second performance at the Whiskey A Go Go that Rodney Bingenheimer used to play on his show, and yeah, those were the first songs I learned, and everything, including all the noises that they were making in between the songs because they weren't turning their volumes down on their guitars. Like, I wanted to make those sounds. You know, that feedback was what was going on in between the songs, and yeah, and everything about the way he played, especially on that Germs GI record, was just like magic to me. Like I didn't know where those sounds came from, and I wanted to make those sounds.
Chad, John, Anthony, Flea, I can't thank you boys enough for coming in here early in the morning and playing the way you do. You play your asses off. Is there anything? Of course, we celebrate the new album, Unlimited Love. We celebrate your tour. We listen to your music on, I don't know, there's a whole bunch of channels on Sirius XM, 315. Listen to their Whole Lot of Red Hot channel, which the Red Hot Chili Peppers have. But, boys, is there anything you want to say, anything we didn't cover, anything you want to say to the fans that perhaps we didn't today? I certainly want to give you that opportunity. You want to thank the Academy, whatever.
Is there a message?
Do you want to give... I know, maybe we want to say something about Will Smith because Chris Rock inducted you guys into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and maybe we didn't like him smacking Chris Rock, right?
Too much has already been said about that.
Not from Flea. I haven't heard him comment yet on that.
Flea, you want to comment on that? I didn't think so. Yeah.
I just love
Flea?
Chris. I love Chris.
I love him, too.
We love Chris Rock, and I'll stand forward and say that he should not have been slapped.
Thank you for saying that. I agree. Anthony, say that anyway. You need to say more about this.
Well, yeah, no, I don't think Chris needed to be slapped. I love comedy. Right. I love comedians. I love being offended, even though he wasn't necessarily offensive in that moment. I hope at another moment he will offend me, because I think that's healthy to be offended and to be thoughtful. And comedy has a right to exist without too much violence. But really the message is, we're just happy to be back in this world, in this band, in this life. And as difficult as it can be, it's very important to acknowledge all of the great stuff, all of the simple beauty of life. Waking up in the morning and having a sky over your head and a bomb not falling on your head. It's like there's so much little stuff just to acknowledge and be grateful for. And being in this band and being with these boys is a big part of that. So remember to point out the good stuff.
That's a great message, and I will do that. Let's slap our bass, but not the face. That's what I think you're saying right now, which is a song I'm writing. Chad, thank you for giving it all today and hurting your hand even for us. But let's point out, Chad, you can't complain. Flea never hurt his dick when he was playing naked and slapping that thing against his bass.
That's true.
So he never complained. Flea, have you ever had a penis injury from playing the bass naked?
No, but was zipping it up when I was a little kid.
Oh, yeah. That can be painful.
Yeah.
I think that's the most
important. Try not to make that mistake too many times.
Yeah, right. Boys, again, I took up way too much of your time. We celebrate Red Hot Chili Peppers. We celebrate Unlimited Love, the new album. You got to hear it. It's great. There's a reason all the critics love it, too, because it's really just a great sound, and this is a great band. And thank you for spending so much time with us, guys. You're incredible.
Honor. You honored us today with such a great interview and performance. Thank you so much. So good to see you.
And John, welcome back, pal. I mean, I'm glad you're in the band. These guys need you. They won't tell you, but I'll tell you. They need you. They love you. All right? You take it from
knows.
me. He knows.
He tells us all the time.
All right, boys. Thank you.
We're grateful for the opportunity. Thank you for having us.